live stream. I just set it up. Hey guys, welcome back to Real Talk Recovery. So come on over to this new live stream. I'm ending this one. Love you guys. Okay. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. My name is Nicole, and I'm a person in long-term recovery. My sobriety date is July 13th of 2015. And tonight, you guys, because we're having all kinds of glitches on TikTok, we are going to be live streaming here on the old YouTube. So come on in, hang out with me. Hey. What's up, sports fan? What's up, Brad? Hadn't seen you in a while. How you doing, honey? Just like the good old days. Just like the good old days. Is that okay, guys? All right. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so come on in, y'all. Woo! Shoot. Shooty doody. Okay, y'all, what we're going to do is, y'all know it's almost my 6-year anniversary. My 6-year soberversary. And so what we're going to do is I am going to share with you guys some experience, strength, and hope. So today is July 6th, okay? Exactly 7 days until my sober, my 6 years sober, okay? And so this time 6 years ago, I was in treatment. I was in detox. And I'll tell you all the story. Hey guys, hey everybody, come on in. This time 6 years ago, I had just walked into detox. I had to take my son to CPS and hand him over to them. They had come to my house and they had drug tested me and my husband, and they said, you know, if you guys can't pass the drug test, we're going to have to take your child from you. And just so you guys know, my husband, he cleaned our carpets today, so that's why it's all crazy back behind me. But, you know, let's listen to the message. It doesn't matter about the dirty, the couches being moved around. The message is what we're here for. So they had came over to my house, CPS, and this house that I live in now, they came over and they said, you know, both of you guys failed. Okay, because at first they were going to put a order of protection in, and they were going to make me go to treatment, and my son was going to be able to, stay and live with us still. And so I was excited. I was like, yes, I can go to treatment. My son does not have to get taken away from us. And that's what I was really counting on, because I knew that I needed to go to treatment. I knew that I needed help. And I was willing to get the help I needed, you guys. That's the thing. Like, I've never been somebody who, like, ran away from treatment. Like, I've always finished treatment up. When I go and I do the right thing. I listen to what they tell me to do. I comply. You know what I mean? And so I knew I needed to get help. It was just a matter of getting me there, you know, getting me to do it. And so when my son got taken away from me, I knew I had to do it. Well, they told me that they would put an order of protection in, and Nate would be able to stay with my mother and father-in-law. I could go to treatment. Neil would do outpatient, and everything would be well. Well, then they came back the next day and said they changed their mind and that Nate had to go with them, and that I had to bring him to them, and if I didn't, you know, they would call the police. And so now I have like 45 minutes to pack my son's belongings and take him and drop him off with some complete fucking stranger. And it was the worst experience of my whole entire life. Like, when I tell you guys, I sobbed and cried, and all I could think about is how much of a failure I was, and how my son wasn't even 1 year old and I was already ruining his life, you know? I had already struggled so much with low self-esteem and not feeling good about myself and being insecure, and now I know that I'm hurting my child, not just myself, you know. And Nathaniel, it was 2 days before his first birthday when he got taken from me, 2 days before July 4th. And so I got him dressed and I took him up there, and that's when I said, please take me to detox. please, whatever you do, take me to detox. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to go get high. I don't want to go party one last time. I don't want to, do anything. I want to get my son back. I cannot live without my son. I cannot go another moment. I just handed my child over to a complete stranger. Get me the fuck out of here. And so my caseworker drove me to detox and dropped me off. I remember when I got to the detox center, I had this like feeling of relief, because when I got there, there was this girl, April, there. And April was actually at the last treatment center I was in. So I knew her, and so I felt safe. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to be okay. I'm going to make it through this. I've been through treatment before. Ain't nothing but a thing. And for those of you guys that don't know, like, I am a champ when it comes to withdrawal. Like, I went in there, I kicked, opiates, benzos, methamphetamine, cocaine, everything. And I came out of there 100% on nothing, zero, no medicine, just straight up. And so I went into treatment from the detox center. I went into a 30-day residential treatment program. I went into a place called Oasis Renewal Center. And this place was nice, you guys. They had lobster and steak and chicken. We had a big old pond in the backyard. We got our cabins. We had cabins. 2 girls to a cabin, 2 guys to a cabin. And it was out so beautiful on this beautiful stretch of land in the middle of Little Rock. And so I felt super duper blessed to be able to go to this place, because the last treatment center I went to was like state funded, ghetto fabulous, And so when I got there, I remember them sitting me down and telling me, like, okay, this week you have to go to court, you have to have visitation with your son, you have to meet with your caseworker. So I had all these appointments for my first week of treatment. I wasn't even going to be in class. I wasn't even going to be at the treatment center. Like, I was leaving like 3 times a week, okay, for court visitations and my caseworker. And so my husband is picking me up for all these visits that I'm having, these like in and out visits that I'm leaving the treatment center for. And so when my husband picks me up, he's like, I have some Xanax. Well, y'all already know. I was like, bitch, give me some Xanax. And so now I'm taking Xanax behind the treatment center's back. Every time I leave the treatment center, I'm taking Xanax. I'm coming back to the treatment center and they're drug testing me, and I keep failing for benzos, but I had been failing for benzos since I left the detox, because when I left the detox center, I was still testing positive for benzos. So they're kind of thinking it's just because I still have benzos in my system, right? Wrong. I was getting high. So it was probably like 2 weeks went by, and I'm falling asleep in groups. I'm coming back all fucked up, and they're starting to like notice. Well, one Friday night, we went to an outside meeting. We all got in the big white druggy buggy, and the counselors drove us to an AA meeting at Cosmo. Now, Cosmo is like an AA meeting that everyone goes to here in Little Rock. And so everybody that's anybody in AA is there. Anybody that's sober in Little Rock goes to Cosmo. Okay? And so we get to Cosmo, and I see my friend, and she has a phone, right? And so I'm like, let me use your phone. And so I call Neil, and I'm like, hey, drop off some Xanax at the treatment center, hide them underneath the rock by the front of the front office. And so Neil's like, okay. And I can tell Neil is like already fucked up. You know what I mean? He's already fucked up. He's already been eating Xanax, and I'm just like praying that he gets mine there so I can be fucked up too. Well, we get in the van, and I am already sweating. Like, my palms are sweating. I know shit's going down. I know, like, shit's going to be fucked up. I'm just thinking somebody's going to get to the Xanax before I am, and I'm not going to be able to get them. We go to pull into Oasis, and guess who's there? Guess who is there dropping off the Xanax for me? And everyone in the van sees him. Everybody turns around and looks at me. Hey, Nicole, isn't that your husband? And I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who that is. That ain't my husband. Ain't no relation to me. I ain't know who. And let me just tell y'all, these bitch ass motherfuckers, the boys in the group jumped out of the truck, like 4 boys, and ran over there because my husband got in his car and he pulled off and ran over there to go where he was at and found the bag of Xanax that he had dropped off for me. And of course, they went and snitched me out right away. Right away. There was no questions asked. They went straight to it, snitched me out right away. And all I could think about was like, what bitches? You know what I mean? I saw you, Leslie. I said hi when you came in, girl. I was like, what the fuck? Like, sorry guys, like, whenever I was in treatment, like, I wasn't like one of those people that went around telling on people. You know, like, if you wanted to ruin your recovery and get high behind the counselor's back, that's on you. Like, I'm sticking to my own business. But that's not how these dudes were. And I didn't get along with anyone that I was in treatment with. Like, I'm just going to keep it real with you guys. They were all like first timers. They were all like people who, they like maybe took a couple pills and drank some alcohol. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were just not on the level I was on. Okay. They were not strung out junkies like I was. And so I already didn't get along with them. Well, they went straight to the counselors, ratted me out. And everybody, the next morning, all the counselors, my caseworker, I mean, just they had a huge meeting and they all called me in and they're like, Nichole, you do realize that your rights are going to get terminated. Like, we're going to your rights could be terminated. You will lose custody of your son forever. And I could not understand that. I was like, what? And then it started hitting me like, I'm going to lose my son. Like, this is not a joke. Like, this is serious. And that's when they told me, they said, you know, we might kick you out, but we're not sure. We're just not sure. And so they gave me this crystal to carry around. Everywhere I went, I had to carry this crystal. And if I wanted to talk, I had to raise the crystal in the air and get permission to talk. Everywhere. I could not leave this crystal behind. So basically, it was to make me think before I spoke. Well, for the next 2 weeks, you guys, I was sweating bullets thinking I was going to get kicked out. For the next 2 weeks, they made me wait. They didn't tell me yay or nay. For the next 2 weeks, I wasn't allowed to talk to my husband. For the next 2 weeks, I worked my ass off. For the next 2 weeks, I wasn't allowed to have visitations with my husband. Nothing. And I worked and I worked and I worked. And it was probably like a week into it was like a week before I was about to get out of treatment, where I just like was praying and I was struggling. Okay. They basically ripped me off of Xanax cold turkey. Okay. I was taking like 6 bars a day while I was in there, and they just took me off, and I was not sleeping at night. I was hallucinating because I wasn't sleeping. I was really, really struggling. Okay. I was really struggling. And I remember one night I was praying and I was asking God to help me to be able to sleep. Please, God, help me to be able to sleep. Because every night when I would close my eyes, I would see my little boy's face. And I knew, I just kept on, I'm a bad mom. I'm a bad mom. How could I do this to my son? I'm a bad mom, you know? And so something just like registered in my mind, like, this is not like any other time you've been to treatment. Like, this is the end. If you don't change your life, this is the end. You know what I mean? Well, I graduated treatment, and I graduated, and they were all like really proud of me. They said, you know, you really turned it around, Nichole. We're proud of you for changing and admitting where you were wrong. And we hope you get your son back. And my husband picked me up, and we left treatment, and I was so, so happy, you guys. I was so happy that I had made it through treatment. But now is when the real work had to come in. Now I had to fight to win my son back. I had to get custody of my child back. Now, I hadn't seen my son in 2 weeks because they stopped my visitations and everything. And so when I got to see my son for the first time after 2 weeks, I was bawling my eyes out. Seeing his little face, I could not cry. I was so emotional, you guys. It was horrible. Nathaniel didn't even want to come to me because I was crying so much. But you know, I made it through, and I did the right thing, and I stayed the course. It was probably like 3 or 4 days after I had gotten out of treatment. Neil had gotten on Suboxone, right? And when he told me he got on Suboxone, I was so angry at him. I was like, why did you do that? Why did you get on Suboxone? And he's like, because I need help. He's like, it helped me before, and I think it can help you too. And I was like, nah, man, I'm not getting on Suboxone. I'm not doing that. It's not good. I was saying all these bad things. Well, after a couple days went by and he was just like living his best life, not struggling, I was like, wait a second, maybe that can help me too. And that's when I went to the doctor and I got put on Suboxone, and all the rest is history. I haven't relapsed. 6 years, y'all, I have been in my recovery and haven't picked up a drink or a drug. That's a big deal. That's a big fucking deal. I went from not being able to, from shooting up every day, popping like 20 fucking pills at a time, to being sober for 6 years, okay? I fought for Nate. I went to every parenting class. I did counseling. I had a sponsor. I went to meetings. I worked at 12 steps. I did everything they asked me to do. Neil was working. He got a really good full-time job working as a manager of Kroger. I got a job working for a little sandwich shop, and we were doing really, really good. We were working our asses off to get custody of our son back, you know. They sent us to go get hair follicle tests, you guys. And they gave us our hair follicle test, and we passed. I mean, we were doing everything. Neil was going to meetings with me. I was teaching him the 12 steps. Like, we were killing it. Then the attorney ad litem tried to keep us from getting custody of our son back. She told the judge that because we were on Suboxone, we weren't sober, and that we might as well still be getting high. And so I got my doctor, my counselor, my sponsor, everybody in my life to come to our court date and to testify on our behalf about Suboxone and share with them that it had changed our life. And here's the thing, you guys, about Suboxone. Suboxone is a partial opioid agonist. It's not like methadone at all. And that's why I recommend people to get on Suboxone more than I tell them to get on methadone. I know some people do better with methadone because Suboxone might make them have allergic reactions or something like that. But Suboxone is the gold standard for medication-assisted treatment. Suboxone is less likely to be abused. Suboxone, if you overtake it, you're not going to get a euphoria. You're not going to feel anything. See, I know about methadone because I used to get high as fuck on methadone. And I used to take it in copious amounts to get high. And so that's how I know that you can keep going up on your dose and you can keep on getting higher and higher and higher and higher. If you're doing the methadone program the right way, you will actually be there on a steady dose. And when you get to that steady dose and it's a therapeutic dose, you will be regular. You will be regular and you will not feel high. That is so important. That is so important because people will manipulate, okay? There's people in the sub program that do that too, but with Suboxone, you have to discontinue using it for a couple days. It's a lot harder to manipulate the medication. That you can't just like take it and be all fucked up. You know, I was horrible when I was on methadone, but a lot of the reasons why was because I wanted to be horrible. That at that time I wanted to get high. If I got on it today, let's say I decided I didn't want to be on Suboxone anymore and I wanted to get on methadone. If I got on methadone today, I would probably get up to like 20 or 30 milligrams, and then I would stick at that and just stay. And that to me is when you know somebody really wants to change their life. When they get on a therapeutic dose of methadone or Suboxone, they find that their perfect little place where they're even keeled and they're staying on the right track and they're not bouncing around back and forth. But anyways, everybody had this misconception about Suboxone whenever I was first placed on it in 2015. So many people were telling me that I wasn't sober. They're telling me that I wasn't in recovery. They were telling me that I might as well be getting high. I mean, it was horrible, you guys. And then I was also fighting against the people. I love you, Leslie. And listen, if you guys want to know like about methadone, Leslie is like a perfect example of therapeutic dose of methadone. Okay, like she is on a low dose of methadone. She's been on it for a long time, and I know she's not getting fucked up on it. Like, just like you can abuse anything, okay? Like I said, I know people who overtake or they stop taking their Suboxone. They'll stop on a Monday. They won't take it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday they'll take their Suboxone. And because their body doesn't have any Suboxone in it, because it's left over those 5 days, then they get fucked up. So there are ways to manipulate the system with Suboxone. It's just a little bit harder. You know what I mean? And that's why when people ask me, like, what do you think I should do? I say do the Suboxone route, because I feel like a lot of people, you can't, it's harder to abuse it. You know what I mean? Now, and people will tell you this that do go to the methadone clinic. They'll tell you, like, I just kept going up and up and up and up and up, and I should have not have done that. And I know people who have done that and gotten up to like 160 milligrams, and they're like, fuck, now I got to go back down. Now I want to get serious. Now I want to do the right thing. And so they are having to work their way back down. But you know what? It's all harm reduction, and that's all that matters. All that matters is that you're utilizing a medication that's keeping you from dying. And so if you got to do methadone, Suboxone, whatever it is, at least you're not dying, okay? So that's why, in all actuality, like, I just want you guys to know, like, I would never not support you. Like, I support you if you use methadone. I support you if you're on kratom. I support you if you're on Suboxone. And I used to be real strict. I used to be real against kratom and methadone and all kinds of stuff. And I've opened my heart and my mind so much because I just don't want you to die.
Show them.
Nate wants me to show y'all his new Switch.
And I got a victory royale.
And he got a victory royale. And so, yeah, so Christopher says, I wish I never went higher than 50 milligrams, but the doctor thought I should go higher. I got to 110, and he still wanted me to go higher. Luckily, even though the side of me that wanted to go higher, I knew better, so I stopped. Good, Christopher, good.
Dry now? Is the floor dry?
And yes, baby. There are some doctors that will let you keep going up, and so that's why we have to advocate for ourselves. Okay, we have to advocate for ourselves. Deep down inside, you guys, we know when we're trying to manipulate. We know when we're trying to get that feeling.
Mom.
Okay, like we're all addicts here. We all know what we do, and that's what I want y'all to know. When my husband was on methadone, he got to this point where he was taking like 135, 160 milligrams of methadone a day, and that's what he was prescribed by his doctor. He should have never gotten to that point. He should have never gotten to that point. The medication that he was taking, the methadone he was taking, was enough for both of us to be taken. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he got the pills. This was back when I first met him in 2012. He was getting the methadone 10 pills prescribed. And we were both living off that prescription, both of us. And so that's what it comes down to. The bottom line, it comes down to, do you want to be better? Do you want to improve your life? Or do you want to continue doing, the addiction thing? And if using methadone, even if you're abusing it, helps you to stay alive until you want to change your life, I say do what you got to do. Yeah, bud. Show them your new socks I got you.
Oh.
What do y'all think about that? Nate's new socks. They got SpongeBob on the back of them.
Show them.
They can see them.
From all the way over there?
Yeah. And so I just want y'all to know, like, there's no judgment from me.
Mom.
You know what I mean? But if you ask me and you tell me, hey, Nicole, this is what I've been doing, and I'm all the way up to 160 milligrams, and I'm still going to go up tomorrow, I'm going to be like, do you think that's what you need to be doing?
Mom.
Because whenever you decide that you don't want to be on anymore, that's going to be a struggle for you. And you're just putting yourself out more, having to do more and more work. Yes, Nate?
I want to look.
He's getting so big, isn't he?
Wait, fat big?
No.
Tall?
Tall big.
Oh.
So anyways, back to my story. If y'all have any questions, feel free to ask them. I'm trying to read the chat when y'all talk. So Neil and I were on the Suboxone. They were trying to say that we weren't sober, and I was learning so much about Suboxone that I was not going to have that. Y'all know how passionate I am about helping people, and so I was like, honey, y'all aren't about to be telling me I have to get off my MAT. This medication is helping save my life. And so that's when I went into overdrive, and I started learning everything I could about Suboxone, and learning so I could teach the judge and that damn attorney so that they could shove it up their ass, because I was getting my son back. I was gonna get my son back no matter what it took. No, she's not coming on because we're gonna do it on TikTok Monday night because of the glitch on TikTok. What, Nate?
On solos, I have 42 wins. On squads, I have 63.
I'm proud of you. My son's he is a Fortnite addict, you guys. So, okay. So, I was working really hard to learn about MAT and to learn about Suboxone, and that's what I did. Long story short, we got Nate back, obviously.
Mom, come on.
Look at that little knucklehead.
Show them.
Come here. We got him back, and he's been back with us for 5 years now. 5 years. This year was 5 years.
It feels like 6 years.
You have been back with us since you were 2 years old, Nate, and now you're 7, so it's been 5 years.
7.
Nate just celebrated his 7th birthday, y'all.
I didn't just celebrate. It was like
Sunday. He turned 7, and he's been doing so good. Hey, Brenda, what's up, man?
Show them. On solos,
Okay.
wins 42.
Uh-huh.
Duos, 3. Squads, you have to get ready. 63.
Good job. Now say hi to everybody.
Bitch.
Nate! Sorry, y'all. He says bad words sometimes. Please excuse him. Please don't say that again, Nate, or else I'm going to have to spank you, and that's not going to be good.
Say that. I hate when you make me
So, we got Nate back, and we had him back for 5 years. I know, Murk. Please, you guys, don't judge me. I'm trying. He wasn't saying that to me. He was just saying that.
Send me money.
Right, Nate?
Send me money.
Do you hear him? He said, send him money, you guys.
I need to buy.
He's 7 years old, and he literally has a mouth of a sailor, y'all. So anyway, we got him back, and clearly we got him back, and I started working so hard, you guys. I had a sponsor, and I was working the steps. Now let me tell you guys something that happened to me because of Alcoholics Anonymous. And like, honestly, I don't want to say it was Alcoholics Anonymous problem, but what happened to me is I had gotten brainwashed, okay? I got brainwashed in AA and NA, and to where I didn't see any other way. I didn't see any other way to recover except for through the 12 steps. And so I never felt like I was part of. I never felt like I was doing well or I was being successful because I was on Suboxone. And so I never felt strong or in recovery. I always felt like I was less than everybody else, okay? Everybody else was, come here, Nate, look at this.
Is it a filter or something?
No, look at those NATE with dollar signs. You see that? Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
That's cool? You like that?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Wait,
I never felt like I was doing good. I always felt like I was, not succeeding. And so, and I stayed in AA because there was no other programs here. And I remember starting my YouTube channel and wanting so badly to I couldn't find where I fit. I was trying to do AA and share the 12 steps with people, but I didn't 100%, it didn't align with my beliefs 100%.
Mom,
my beliefs are that if you're using MAT as prescribed, you're sober.
How I won?
Yeah.
I was in a UFO the whole game, and then somebody shot my UFO down, but it was the last person, and then I waited until there's 2 persons, people, and then I shot the person one time, and they're dead.
I'm proud of you. Good job.
I didn't have to shoot them like 40
I never, like, I needed to find my own place. And that's when we started the YouTube channel. And after about a year of, like, not fitting in the right place, I started looking for other meetings. And that's when I found Mara. And now, you guys, like, we have our own thing. We have Real Talk Recovery, and it is the bomb. My nationality is Mexican Italian. We have live streams every single night on TikTok, you guys. We help so many people. When I tell you guys, like, hundreds and thousands of people that we're helping through Real Talk Recovery on TikTok, and of course on here too. But I can see the people, they message me on TikTok. I get their messages and they say, I just found your TikTok account and I felt like I didn't fit in, or I didn't have anybody that I could, like, relate to, and now I have people I can relate to. And so it has been amazing. Everyone doesn't have the same path to recovery. Exactly.
I am taught. Mom.
So then I started kind of like sharing more about, like, more open-minded recovery, and then people that were in AA started getting mad at me. And, you know, in the recovery community, you're always going to have people that are going to be, like, trying to push your buttons, or they don't want to agree with you, or they don't see things your way. But here's what I say. If you are changing your behaviors, okay, true recovery is the changing in the inside, okay? Stopping the drugs and alcohol, and then changing your behaviors, becoming a better person, doing the right thing, getting yourself a relationship with your higher power, stopping the lying, cheating, stealing, and manipulating.
How many kills I have on squads?
I see, buddy.
100 and
look at me. I'm proud of you. Okay.
143 and then a 9.
I'm proud of you.
Whatever number that is.
That's when you know if a person's really truly in recovery, is that they're changing their behaviors. They're no longer doing the shitty shit. You know what I mean? Now let me tell you guys something. That's how I see people. I see people who they're sober, but they're still doing shitty shit. They're sober, but they're still making fun of people.
Did you just
they're
say
sober, but they're still being mean and hateful. They're sober, but they're not helping nobody. You know what I mean? That's not the right way. That's not recovery. That's not being in recovery. That's being a dry drunk, you know? And so you have to work really hard on your recovery. You can't just half-ass it and not change your behaviors. And that's what I've learned. I've learned that I had to change everything. Over the last 5 years that I've been in recovery, everything about my life has changed. Hey, Brandy.
For 5,000
6 years next week. 6 years is my sobriety day. July 13th. 6 years. 6 years.
6 freaking years, guys. 6 years. 6 years. Oh my God, guys.
Go upstairs, please.
Why not?
Because I'm doing my thing. Please go upstairs with your daddy. I love you. You got to message me, Karma. Okay? You got to message me. Real Talk Recovery with Nicole or Nicole Ploudre. 6 years, you guys. That's a big accomplishment. I never thought I would make it to that point. I never thought that I would ever be able to stop using drugs. It's a huge deal for me. Like, people might not understand. People might not think it's a big deal, but it's a big deal. YouTube. People are messaging me and telling me they missed our live on here. It's like, no, you didn't. We're live on YouTube, guys. I know, right? I hope I make it that long, y'all. I hope I can stay. Do you guys have any questions for me? If you guys have any questions, I know a lot of you guys are new to my YouTube channel. I'm going to just stop talking. You guys can ask me questions. Anything you want to know, I'll answer it for you. If you want to know my opinion on anything, I'll share that with you. Just remember, like, I'm just a person. I'm not like the end all be all when it comes to recovery. You do what's best for you. Please don't feel like I'm judging if I say something like, you know, I really, really was bad when I was using methadone. But if you're using methadone and you are using it properly, I know that you can be successful utilizing methadone as a form of medication-assisted treatment. Okay? I just wasn't doing that. I was fucking up. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you, honey. I'm so glad to see you in here. And you guys have been with me since my 2 years. I started this YouTube channel at 2 years sober. Have you ever tried Suboxone? I'm supposed to get my first shot tomorrow. Yes, I haven't tried it, Katie, but my friend Diana is on it. So Diana is a patient of Dr. B's. And it was probably like 90 days ago, almost 120 days ago, I think 4 months ago, she called and needed help. And so we got her in to see Dr. B and got her on Suboxone. Well, after about 30 to 60 days on Suboxone, she got inducted onto Sublocade, and she is doing amazing with it. And she loves it. I just can't, my doctor won't put me on it because I'm only on 2 milligrams of Suboxone. Yeah, so I've heard so many great things about Sublocade, but because I'm only on 2 milligrams of Suboxone, they won't let me get on it. Okay. I feel empty if I miss your lives. If it helped me so much, I run out of work to listen to you after my 12-hour shift. I love you, Diana. So this is Diana, the girl I was talking about, you guys. And she and I met because she sees Dr. B. And she and I have become such good friends. I flew out to California. We hung out. Like, we're actually friends. I was wondering if your meth-induced psychosis persisted at all after quitting. Jonah, no, it did not. I see some people talk about, and I'm going to answer all your questions, so don't worry. I see people, I have a lady that I was trying to help her daughter get into treatment. Her daughter's 8 days sober and still having psychosis from methamphetamine. What I think happens to some people is they might have underlying mental health issues, and being on methamphetamine like brings it out or exasperates it. And so this young lady has been sober for 8 days, and she'll have these like moments where she totally thinks that things are happening that are not happening, and it's like almost like schizophrenia. It's really scary, you guys, but that can happen. We had a guy came into Dr. B's office, same situation, been off meth for a while, but having these like flashback psychoses, and they had to have him admitted because it was getting really bad. And so I think it can really, really fuck some people up and throw their brains into a point where they don't ever come back from it. And that's why I'm telling you guys, like, it's so dangerous now to be out there getting high. It will ruin your life. It can ruin your life forever. Okay. I'm on methadone. I take as I'm supposed to, but my quality of life is horrible, so I'm seeing my counselor tomorrow. That's awesome, Brandy. Good job. Good job that you're going to see your counselor. If you're not happy, then see your counselor. Thanks, Colin. So after 9 years or more, a person can still slip back into addiction. What's the stats on that? Well, I don't know the stats, but I'll tell you this. Sorry, my ears, I got psoriasis in my ear. Did you guys see the interview with Austin last night? He had 5 years sober and relapsed. And so it can happen to anybody. If you stop doing what you're doing to stay sober, listen, whatever it is that was keeping you sober for that long, you need to keep doing it. Why do you think I'm still making YouTube videos? Why do you still think I'm still helping people online? Because this helps me stay sober. If I stop doing this, I'll relapse. I know it. Yeah, this is my phone. How to get off Suboxone? Okay, here we go. So if you want to get off Suboxone, the thing that you have to do is you have got to taper low and slow. If you think that you are going to be able to get off Suboxone in 30 days, 90 days, 6 months, you're doing yourself a disservice. You're going to really be hurting. And so if you're like me, I was on 12 milligrams of Suboxone. That was my highest dose.
Incoming chat.
On 12 milligrams of Suboxone, I went to my doctor and I said, hey, doctor, I'm ready to start tapering. And he said, okay, let's do it. And so we devised a plan. We took away 2 milligrams and I stayed at 10 milligrams for 90 days. Okay, so I only drop every 90 days, which is a long taper. you could go every 30 days, okay? Just as long as you're giving your body time to stabilize at each drop. So let's say you're on 24 milligrams and you want to start tapering. Start taking away 2 milligrams every 30 days until you get down to 4 milligrams. Once you get down to 4 milligrams, start taking away 1 milligram every 30 days. Once you get down to 1 milligram, start taking away 0.25 until you get down to 0.25 every 30 days. And then once you get down to like 0.25, you can jump off. I have to pay out of pocket $1,200 a month for it, and I've heard so many great things, but some negative things, and I'm so worried about it all. About what, Katie? What are you on? Sublocade? I'm 15 and feel as though I have a problem with Xanax. I had a problem with ecstasy a few months ago, but got off of it quickly. I am unsure of what to do as my mom doesn't know and doesn't take things like this well. Meow, you need to talk to your parents, okay? You guys, there are so many young kids on TikTok like Meow who reach out and they're 15, 14, 13 years old. Meow, I wish I could help you, but because you're underage, the only thing I can do for you is to encourage you to please reach out to your mom or dad. Reach out to someone that you trust that's an adult and get help before it's too late, because you will do it. Hey, Ariel, what's up, girl? Hey, Erin. Having bipolar and PTSD, I know I was self-medicating. Can you tell the difference if you take 4 milligrams or 8 milligrams, even 16 milligrams? I can't. No, I can't, Bobby. You will not tell a difference until you get under 2 milligrams. And I'm telling you guys this. Those of you guys that are on Suboxone, okay? I promise you, it's so psychological. You all could be on 4 milligrams of Suboxone and be completely fine. Every single person. I don't care how bad your heroin or fentanyl addiction was. I'm telling you, 100%. I was shooting dope so much. I was strung out. I am on 2 milligrams and I am completely fine. Chilling, y'all. Just I don't feel bad. I don't feel like I want more. But I'm telling you, it's because I've worked really hard on the inside. I've worked really hard on my recovery. And so once you get down lower than 4 milligrams, then you can start to tell the difference. But anytime, no, you can't. Hey, Kayla, what's up, girl? And so I think I caught up with everybody's questions, didn't I? Yes. I can't go live on TikTok because TikTok is all jacked up, Ariel. When I go live, they're not showing my live streams to anybody. And so it sucks, man. It sucks. I'm pissed about it. Like, they're not even showing people my videos. I see all these people that are live, and look, when I go into their live stream, it says it's ended. And it's saying all these people are live. And so that's why we're live over here. I hope people, will you guys do me a favor that are on TikTok? Will you guys go and share the video about that we're live over here?
So Recovery made a TikTok about drug relationships, and we don't realize how complex that trauma bond is. You know, she's
share this. Let everybody know that we're live over here if you think they want to come over and hang out. Okay. All right. I'm so upset because it's like I made some videos today and they're not even showing it, my videos to you guys. Like, there was this one kid. I want to show y'all something.
For him.
This kid right here.
So
listen.
If my buddy's using like copious amounts of drugs and like I'm very scared for him, is telling the parents snitching or not? Because personally...
So his friend is using copious amounts of drugs, and he wants to know if it's called snitching. And I told him, no, it's not snitching. Like, you could be saving his life, you know?
For him.
And that's another thing. There's like kids on here on TikTok, you guys, who they don't have anybody to ask these questions to, you know? Okay. I hope that.
Okay, I'll be live in 28 minutes if y'all want to come.
I know, I'm so upset, Ariel. So Chrissy's going to come on Monday because there's some kind of glitch going on with TikTok. So anyway, you guys, it takes work, okay? If you want to get sober and you want to change your life, whether you're on Suboxone or methadone or you're not, like the work that you have to do on the inside is hard work, okay? Like self-reflection, looking inside of yourself and like realizing the things that you did and how hurtful. It's hard. It's hard work. It's not easy. It's not easy. And you have to stay consistent. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they fall off because they don't stay consistent and they don't stay connected. It's so important, you guys. It's so important to get connected. Hey, Misty, what's up, girl? If you don't get connected and you don't get into a community where you can like thrive and connect with other people in recovery, you struggle alone. And so that's what I'm trying to say. You need to get connected. We have such a great connection with all of you guys on here. There's so many of you guys. Hey, Sonia. There's so many of you guys that have been with me since the beginning of my channel. You know what I mean? Y'all have connected with me and that has helped me stay sober. If I didn't have these connections with you guys, I probably wouldn't be here today. And so I think that it's really important to acknowledge that through these connections, like I have been able to maintain my sobriety and it has helped me. You know what I mean? Connecting is so important. That's all I can say is that it's really important and it will change your life. Sonia, how are you doing on your taper? Sonia is on methadone, you guys, and she actually has been tapering lately. So how are you doing? If they're moderators. Yes, the people you hang with is so important to make sure that you change those. That is very true. Because they will drag your ass down, man. Drag your ass down. I was really bad about hanging out with the same people when I first got sober. A couple of times. And that's why I kept relapsing, you know. Recovery is a process. And I think that, you know, as long as you stay focused, the process will keep moving forward. My TikTok is Real Talk Recover. That's good. Good, Sonia. I'm proud of you, girl. Just take your time. No rush. No rush. That's the one. If I can tell you guys anything, is that you don't need to rush your tapers. Okay? If you aren't ready, chill out. Pause. Okay? Pause and chill out.
I've heard about the cats.
Yay! Thank you, Kate. Oh,
Hey guys, so I'm live over on YouTube.
love you, girl. Thanks, you guys. Okay. So, and I don't want you guys to do like I did and get, like, my food addiction has totally gotten out of control, and that's why I got so fat. If I had gotten on it early on when I first got sober, I wouldn't be where I'm at. I would be skinny and in shape. And so I really struggled with food addiction for a long time. It's like now I'm finally getting myself in check and I'm not over here stuffing my face 24/7, 7 days a week. You know, there was people in my life that they wanted to help me, but instead of helping me, they were hurting me. They were saying things that instead of like encouraging me to lose weight, it was hurting my feelings. You know what I'm saying? It's all right. You're still pretty. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Hey now. Yeah, Misty, that's because I'm telling you guys, with Suboxone, it's not like you can do that. It's not going to hurt you. A lot of people don't realize that. Oh yeah, I know. There's no tough love approach. Exactly, Sonia. Exactly. And they just saw it as an opportunity to pick me apart and hurt me. That's why those people did that to me. And so you know what? Damn, hey now. I was like letting people like that get into me and like hurt my heart. And it was hard, you guys, because I'm super sensitive and I used to let everything that everybody said about me affect me. But I'll tell you this, since getting on TikTok, I have learned, honey, there's people on there that make fun of me all the time about my teeth. There's one girl on there that's been stalking me for so long. She makes videos about me every single day. It's actually kind of crazy. It's kind of scary if you want to know the truth. Some people are just not well. So, since a lot of you guys are from TikTok, what do you guys want to talk about? What y'all struggling with? Hey, Nikki, what's up, girl? TikTok trolls. Okay, Kayla. Oh, Sandra, sugar addiction, yes. Leslie, have you seen the girl that's making videos about me on TikTok? It's bad. So y'all know last year Neil relapsed, right? Well, when it happened, I had made friend. Yeah, Mara has steps. I had made a friend, and when he relapsed, I trusted her, and I texted her, and I was like really upset about it. This girl, to expose me, posted my text messages where I was telling her about my husband's relapse. And I was like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Like, I was struggling, you know? But my husband has been sober for 6 months. He's been sober for 6 months, and I have 6 years next week. I'm honestly so happy, you guys. Thanks, Nikki. I know, right, Sonia? No, Pin Up Pumpkin. So, Murk, are you still in here? I don't even think they're going to make the book. I think that Jeff is not going to make it. If you want to know the truth, I'm kind of upset because they'll do anything on TikTok, girl. I'm just eating some granola. I just hit 90,000 followers on TikTok. And, yeah. I'm going to hit 100,000 by the end of the year. Isn't that wild? Because y'all know how long I've been working over here. Girl, it's hot. It's hot here. 90K, y'all. Can you believe that? I've been working my ass off on YouTube. I was going live every single night. I went over to TikTok. did the same strategy that I do here. Bam. Got a whole community. Listen to this, you guys. Me and my boss are working with this company called Sober Swag Club. And we are going to be hiring influencers. And so I'm going to be an influencer for them. We're going to have other influencers. Thank you, Meow. No, I'm not monetized on TikTok. I can monetize myself, but I haven't. But I'm making money other ways because I'm doing sponsored content. So like I'm going to be working with a sober merch company. Then I'm also working with a CBD company. And so here I couldn't do that because my channel's like not big enough. You know what I mean? But on TikTok, there's so many opportunities. Nikki, you could literally do the same thing, Nikki. You could get to where I'm at. Back when it was the wild, wild west up in here. Yeah, I remember. You guys, I feel like we have come a long way here on Real Talk Recovery. And I hope you guys don't think I hope everyone here on my YouTube channel that has been with me since YouTube, I hope you guys know that I love you guys and that I appreciate everyone's support. Okay, Misty, I'll talk to you later, girl. I just want y'all to know that I've been working so hard to get to where I'm at over on TikTok. And it's opening up opportunities for me that I normally wouldn't have. You know what I mean? So I'm really excited about it. Dude, we made t-shirts too, you guys. I have Real Talk Recovery t-shirts. It's all kinds of cool stuff happening. But it's been fun. It's been fun. I'm really excited. And like I'm really happy with my job, like working with Dr. B and them. I really enjoy it. I'm happy. They treat me good. I really am happy, you guys. I hope y'all know that it all started here. If it wasn't for you guys sticking by me and helping me to see my true potential, you know, I wouldn't even be here. And so y'all helped me. Y'all helped me with my confidence. Y'all helped me learn how to do TikTok and YouTube. And so it's all because of you guys. So anyway, I'm going to get off here. It's been 1 hour. I'll leave this video up though. So if you guys didn't get to see it, you can watch it. For those of you guys that don't know, tomorrow night we have a special guest coming on. Her name is Dayna. And then Thursday, my friend Beth is coming on to tell her story. And then Friday, I can't remember. We got a lot of people coming on, y'all. Yes, Bobby, the Christmas card job at Hallmark. I'm glad you met me too, girl. And you guys, like, listen, here's the thing. I support you, okay? I support you. If you're on MAT, you got a place here with me, okay? I just want you guys to be doing the right thing. If you're using Suboxone or Methadone, I want y'all to be using it to get your life together. It's not to be abusing it, not to be, you know, doing the wrong thing. I want y'all to be working your recovery. I want y'all to stay the course. I want y'all to have success. And so, you know, I used to really go hard over here. We used to do classes together and everything. And all that is still up here on this channel. All you have to do is go through my videos and find all kinds of stuff. Those of you guys that did Patreon with me, all my Patreon people, I really appreciate you guys. I just post their extra videos, and if y'all want to be in there, you can. The things that I have been doing, though, is I've been working one-on-one with people on coaching, and that's been going really well. But I love you guys, and I really appreciate y'all's support. So I'll see y'all tomorrow, okay? Good night, guys.